Is it working? Is it working? Hello? Someone tell me if it's working. Well, the internet has still been pretty unstable the past week. Yeah, gosh, like even to this morning. Oh, what they sent us a text saying the little modem thing had switched to the backup. Hey! Hello, hello, hello. So, cross fingers this doesn't fizzle out on us. But yeah, yesterday they said it was working, and then we had a few more dropouts, and then this morning it switched to like the mobile data backup or something. I think it might have switched back though, because we get a lot of spam phone calls from people, and the phone started ringing. So yeah, I think that means that we're back off the mobile data backup thingy. But we'll see how this goes. And oh my gosh, like just dealing with internet problems and so on, I haven't had time to think about much of anything. And also, like, I've had a headache most of the day. I saw my doctor yesterday because, my stomach's been crazy and my hay fever has just been awful. And yeah, so she's given me the okay to use kids' Dimetap to control my hay fever, but I thought I haven't taken it in a while, so I won't take it before I have to drive to my bonsai job. So yeah, maybe tomorrow. Or should I take it tonight? I don't know. I don't think Dimetap's meant to last that long, especially not the kids version. But then again, in my biology, maybe it would. Just I can't take proper antihistamines like adult. Claritine last year was a disaster. So kids Dimetap. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure whether or not it'll make me drowsy. So I thought best to be safe. I won't take it today. But I have finished all my driving for the week because this is pretty much the only thing. Bonsai is pretty much the only thing I drive to. Yeah. So yeah, it's just been a bit distracting because I had really bad brain fog on Friday, and it's just, oh my God, trying to, think through that. And then I think I was just trying to take care of myself over the weekend. Yeah, and then my case came for the phone, so now I can take it out into the wild. And yeah, I need to customize it though, because it's got a different ringtone, and so when it goes off, I'm like, whose phone is that? And then also the SMS tone is a bit different. So when I got an SMS today, my boss is like, is that your phone? Like, oh, I don't know, I guess, if it's not yours. So yeah. And then also I changed the screen. Oh, yeah, it's hard to see. I changed the thing to the red color because a lot of my little icons were the orange, like they faded into the orangey version of the background, the default background. But even with the red, it's still like too many of my little app icons have red bits. And so I'm like, I might actually have to do a custom background, which I haven't done for a device for a long time. Like even this Alienware thing, I've just kept on the default because like it came up and I was like, oh wow, I actually like that little alien dude. Yeah, I think for my old PC and for my laptop, I changed the background. But yeah, no, that was like what, 9-10 years ago, longer for the laptop. I don't even know. Like the problem with customization is then you have to make decisions, and I overthink. So the less decisions I have to make, the better, right? Am I crazy? So like my old S7 Edge, it's had I might as well see if I can. No, I want to show you the lock screen. So it's just like blue, right? And you can see everything on that, like a dark blue. It's not intrusive, and a lot of the apps, like the Trip View app and Patreon and Instagram and YouTube and Service New South Wales and even Messenger, like it has tones of reddish pink and so on. So I think like that sort of bluish, blackish background works really nicely, at least for the apps that I use. I know you can customize the icons as well though. And so I was looking through all the themes and I'm just sort of overwhelmed by the choice, like the amount of customization you can do on a phone. And then I'm like, well, if I'm going to customize my phone, why don't I use my DestroyerMariko little, I cut out, I don't know if you guys noticed, I cut out my business card that I made at uni and they sent me way too many. I cut up one of them so I could have them in the picture while I was doing my little unboxing. Oh, isn't it cute? But yeah, I was like, I could have this as my background, but then it has red bits and also lots of distracting tiny white faces of me. And I'm like, do I really want to be looking at a gazillion faces of myself all the time? Maybe not. But yeah, I thought, well, maybe I could try it just to see if I can do it and get it to work. Because I don't even know what the dimensions are. I'd have to look it all up. And if I want to get like a moving, when you first turn on the screen, it does like an animation. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if I can make my little faces pop out. I think I do have the Photoshop file that I made that on. So it might be doable, but like, is that just a big waste of time, me being a nerd? Like this music video I've been working on for more than a month now. Like that's enough. Trying to fit that in with everything else I'm doing in my life. Do I really want to put that much effort into customizing my phone? Maybe I just go boring and just make it like a black background. Or if I want to keep the blue, I can put a gradient in it. That's nice and simple and just be done with it. But then it's got such a nice screen. Maybe I should make use of it. And that's why I've left the default background, I reckon, is designed to show off how good the phone is. Like on the S7 Edge, it's designed to look nice, but it's also functional. Whereas on the S21 Ultra, the default background, I think, is a showpiece. Like it's not designed to make your app stand out. It's designed to make you go, oh, wow, isn't this a cool looking screen? Because it's like 120 hertz adaptive blah blah, and I never thought I would be excited by that, but when you use the screen, you're actually like, wow, this actually is amazing. I just took a picture of the sky and used that as a background. Yeah, maybe if I go outside during the night. But no, because like, I don't know, if it's just like a normal photo, often there's a lot of noise unless you take like a really nice photo. And I feel like with a screen that good, you want to have that sort of more artificial, super polished kind of look. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a phone. Like the only person who's going to be looking at that screen is me. How much do I need the phone background to be exciting? Because like, you know, I look at it to open an app and that's it. Is it really worth wasting so much time and thought on? I don't know. But like, there's just customization options. And like, my mum's been wanting me to change my Facebook profile picture for ages. She's like, you've got nice modeling photos now. Why don't you use one of them? And I'm like, no, because, but if I'm with 100 cameras, oh my God. Oh, one day that'll probably be like, if you want bug vision, they might just make it like actually a gazillion cameras and you can turn them all on at the same time and get bug vision. There's a concept if Samsung needs something new to experiment with. No, Mum's been trying to get me to change my Facebook profile picture because it's at the moment, if anyone's seen my personal profile, which you can see, I'm not going to accept like a gazillion friend requests from strangers, but yeah, if you look at that picture, it's just black with like a really sort of washed out, I don't know, high contrast version of me. So my face looks really pale and it's hard to tell anything about me from it. So, you know, when people look at my name, Bug Vision, hey, it could be interesting. You know, role play as a bug using your phone or the VR things. Oh, dear. Yeah, no, because my name is unusual, sometimes it is a bit dull what my profile picture. I kind of like that you can't tell though, because my name being Mariko, or however you want to pronounce it, I don't even know how to pronounce my own name, but a lot of people a lot of Westerners, I think, misread it as a weird spelling of Marco, and so they assume I'm a dude. And if my picture is vague, that just reinforces that. And so it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of funny when people like realize I'm not a dude, and then they I don't know, there's different reactions. I think most people just don't say anything, but every now and then someone like freaks out or apologizes, or I don't know, it's funny. That'd be interesting. Actually, could use different types of camera and make a compound image using all the light spectrum, visible and invisible light. Yeah, like, you know, we got to move into a post-camera world, right? Or post-photography, or I don't know, make up some new age hippie term like that. Anyway, to get back to like the point that I was meandering around, Mum wants me to change my picture, and the problem with that is once I change my picture, it'll be tempting to change it a lot. Mario, so maybe it's not Marco, maybe it's Mario. Well, there's an insight. Yeah, no, once I change my picture, I feel like there's more temptation to always change it, whereas I've had that same picture since I joined Facebook. So, God, that's a long damn time. More than 10 years I've had that picture as my profile picture on Facebook. And so if I never change it, then I won't ever sit around thinking, gee, should I change my profile picture today? No, it's always the same thing. And I notice when sometimes other people change their picture, it throws me off a little bit. I'm like, hang on, who is this? Especially if they change their name at the same time. And I'm just like, oh my God, I don't know who you are anymore. Dude, yeah. I just get so used to seeing the same picture and name on Facebook. So yeah, it confuses me when things change. Now I do change the cover photo for my Facebook sometimes on my personal page. But I've left it in the same one for a while because it's sort of like, hey, I'm looking for a band to do vocals, although it doesn't have my current hair, but I haven't performed with this hair, so can't update that, can I? But yeah, no, I do change that occasionally. And it's good that I haven't really been tempted to change it. I think while I'm looking for a band, I just leave that performance photo up and I don't have to worry about what am I going to change it to today. But yeah, they didn't have cover photos back when I signed up for Facebook. So getting old in digital era terms, aren't we? Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know. Like, I guess I feel a bit old trying to use this phone because there's so much that's changed in 5 years. But interestingly, there's some things that the phone is teaching me about my old phone. So like when I first got the S7 Edge, if you just pull down the top thing, you could change the brightness. But then there was an update and you had to pull it down and then pull it down again because the brightness thing had disappeared. And that's annoyed me for years. And then on this one, it just seems smarter at telling me like that there are other options, like different settings and so on. Some, like, maybe it told me this, but you can actually tell it to have the brightness thing when you first pull down. And after doing that, I was like, oh, maybe they did that on the old phone as well. And sure enough, when I looked at it, I was able to finally turn that brightness option back on, like where I have it. Like I use that so much more than any of the other things. My God, because like even though they predict what the lighting is like, sometimes it's just not right and I want to change it. Or like if I'm supposed to be sleeping and I'm looking at the phone in bed and I want to look at a picture brighter, like, oh, it's so annoying having to pull down twice. But I fixed that now. So yay, the new phone teaching me how to do things. Because yeah, I don't know. I was a little bit annoyed some of the updates I got on the old S7 Edge, and I think I never did the last update they offered me, because like all you got was extra emojis and it slowed down people's phone. I might actually update it now that I'm not using it so much, because like if it slows down a little, no big deal, right? I have it plugged in as my alarm clock because I still don't have my charger. I think there might be a delay on them, so it's I think shipping at the end of the week. I don't even know. So I have to charge this from the computer because it's the only USB-C I have. So I'm still using the old phone as an alarm clock, and then my Nokia is next to it as a backup alarm clock, which I have used because like just get paranoid sometimes. And then because that phone is right there next to my bed, I roll over and I use that phone, whereas this one I just leave wherever. I have noticed when I'm charging this phone from the computer, if I turn the computer off, at least I think this is when it happens. If I turn the computer off while it's still plugged in, the phone panics and says, oh, there's moisture in the plug, which I know there's not. I think it's just misreading the signals from the cable. So I have to make sure I unplug this before I turn off the computer. Invest in wireless fast chargers, they're the best. No, did you watch my video about answering people's questions where I talk about, well, mostly fast charging, but it's the same with wireless charging. My goal with a expensive $2,000 phone is to make it last as long as possible. And for that, I want to make the battery last as long as possible, which means it's all slow charging, slow wired charging for me. Fast charging and wireless charging, I mean, they're fine and they have a lot of safeguards, but they do wear out your battery a little bit faster. And when I'm trying to drag out the life as long as possible, that little bit is still enough to be a deal breaker for me, especially because like I don't need to charge things fast. Where do I go? Today's the one day that I definitely go somewhere. I go to work. I charged it yesterday and it didn't charge it this morning. Because, you know, I didn't turn my computer on this morning and it's been unplugged. And today I've been to work and then I've come home. It's now 8:16 and I've still got 77% battery because I don't use it for anything. Like I got one SMS and while I was having lunch, I looked at a little bit of the internet. So I don't need fast charging. Like this will last me another day easy, especially because tomorrow I'm going to be a vegetable. Basically, wireless is the devil. Well, I mean, it depends. I can see an application for some things, but if you don't need it for some reason, then it's kind of like just a gimmick. And, you know, I mean, I guess they're convenient because you don't have to plug things. And like maybe with my old phone, it's something I should have considered because like I didn't realize how badly they were going to screw it up when they repaired the charge port. Although for that, actually, the reason I got the charge port fixed is because the data wasn't going to my computer, and trying to send data wirelessly to the computer with that old phone is just not fun. So, yeah. Is anything even happening? Oh my god! Is it doing a thing? Doesn't look like it's... Doesn't look to me like it's... Oh, maybe it is doing something. Oh, internet, why do you hate me? Hey, so it is working. Okay, so I have kinda, sorta rescued it with OBS. That's why the background's kind of funky. Have I got the right microphone? I think I do. Okay. Yeah! Shall I turn off the crazy... How do I turn that off? It's the NVIDIA broadcast thing. Camera. Hey, that looks normal, doesn't it? I'm alive. So I'm using OBS right now. And I mean, there's things I can do with OBS if I can figure shit out. Let me view. I'm just getting rid of my desktop icons because I don't want to show you stuff that I don't mean to. So I've got to keep this window open so I can see the live chat. This one I can get rid of. Oh shit, I'm so confused because I've got so much going on. Okay. And then, okay, what can I add to this? Because I could like play a little game or something, or maybe show you a picture, or I don't know what to put though. I feel like I should, oh my god, and the little video thing in the YouTube side, it has a delay, so let me just put my my OBS in front of it, because that's gonna get confusing. No, so, yeah, I could do something fun, but I can't think of anything fun to do. Anyway, so I've completely lost the thread of whatever we were talking about. Make it snow. No, I mean like I can bring in a photo and show you guys a photo, for example, or I could play like some Neopets thing, but do we really want to see that? Not really. But hey, so I got the OBS thing to work at least. I don't know how long it's gonna work, and yeah. So this is fun. Okay, I guess I can a photo of snow. Oh my god. Well, I'm just gonna make sure I get it in the right window, don't I? So if I open, let me minimize that one. And this one, snow. Okay, so I got a gazillion pictures of snow, and then if I go into OBS and I go, maybe the browser, and then is that showing for you guys? It is. Oh my god. How do I? Maybe that's not the one I want to do. Browser sources let you display a web page from the internet or a local phone comment. That I don't know what I'm doing with that. Let's get rid of him. That wasn't snow, was it? Media source, window capture. Let me just, I'll check it before I show it to you guys. No, that's not what I want either, so let's get rid of that. Window capture. That is not the window I want. Ah, snow. Hey, okay. That, where is it? Oh, because I didn't make it visible. Hey! And then if I like make it, oh, I don't know how to zoom in on him though. We have a window of snow. Hey guys, we've got snow. Oh dear. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, so that was amusing, and now we know how to do that. But I think there was a better way to do it. So if I can figure that out, oh, let me open the snow again. I think it was browser, but why isn't it it's not, and it's doing the thing again, and yeah, I don't know how, like, there was a better way to do it, and I've forgotten how to do it, but there you go, that's a thing, right? And it's really distracting when I switch over to the other screen and see myself in a delay. But yeah, no, I'm sure there was, it's not that. I don't know, I'll figure this stuff out later, because then if I do want to show you guys something, maybe streaming this way is a way to do it, right? Okay, so now I know how to get back into it. Oh, and I didn't even turn on my light because like I was like, there's no way this is gonna work, and now it is working. So yeah, get my bloody lighting going. Yeah, and then I don't know who is back watching. I know there's 2 of you. It reckons there's one more person watching, but I don't know who you are. And so shall I go and glue in the background? Oh, that's my like craft table I haven't touched in like a year. The original Oh, yeah, no, it's just annoying, like, I tried to, like, when it didn't, oh, it's so distracting seeing myself, with that delay, where was I? So, before this stream messed up, after the stream messed up, yay! Yeah, somehow I've made it back in, using OBS, and because it's OBS, well, I'm not going to set up the snow thing again. Hello! It's working, and if it drops out again, I think in theory I should be able to get back in again if the internet drops out. How do I open this? Oh, there it is. And yeah, because I can do things like blurring the background, maybe. No, didn't work. Oh, I have to turn it on. There you go. I can blur the background. I'm so fancy. Oh my god. I can have a replacement. Oh, I can choose a picture. Let me see if I can find a picture to use. Where do I keep all my pictures? The picture is a background, and one that isn't too crazy. Oh, I'll just get like... Try this. I suppose that's another way that I can show you stuff, is just put it as my background and be like, hey guys, here's a thing. This is a photo from my new phone, which just disappeared into the background. But, yeah, that was using the what do you call it? Single take mode, where it tries to predict, like, what you want to see. But this isn't great as a background because I'm going to keep like getting in his way, and I want to look at my puppy. So yeah, that's the thing. It still says my connection's good. So what else can I do? Background removal. That just gives us the black background. And then what's auto frame? Oh, and I think if I move, it follows me. That's not weird. Oh, and I can change the zoom. This is what you guys want to see, right? My face, like, right in there. Oh, that's a little bit, like, I don't understand what this function is for. It's making me feel a bit queasy looking at it. Zoom out a bit. La 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 la. Oh, la 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 la. So we've worked out some new stuff. Let's stick with the dog in the background, or if I can find something else that maybe... Well, all the photos that I've taken... Oh. Is this the right photo? My little ant friend using my toenail as a sword. He's gonna be like a channel mascot, I reckon. So you know how I was talking about memberships, and I was like, what do we have as emojis and whatever? Toenail ant! Yeah, so we've got a few mascots. We've got Angry Octopus, who we still haven't named, but let's not get into an in-depth discussion while my internet is still dodgy, because I think we'll be just getting into the meat of it, and it'll go out. So let's try not to get into too many in-depth conversations while we're not sure what's going on. But yeah, no, my little ant carrying my toenail. Because like I clip my nails outside, because like, you know, when you're clipping them and every now and then one just goes flying and you don't know where it's gone, the last thing you need is for your toenail to be lost in your room somewhere, because, like, you know, no. So I clip my nails outside and they just disappear wherever. But then I saw this little guy and he's just carrying around my toenail, and I'm like, all right. And so I ran to my room to grab my camera and I was like, oh my god, I gotta put this on YouTube. And this is, well, I took photos, this photo and there's another photo, but I think this is the better one. And yeah, and then I took the video. So yeah, what have you signed up for? I started drawing. I've already showed Patreon this. I started drawing. Oh no, there. I have to put my face next to it maybe. Hang on, let me just turn it off for a moment. I started drawing my little toenail warrior ant dude. I gotta figure out how I want to do the legs, and I want to make the sword bigger, but the basic idea is there. So, yeah. I'm working on a little character, and he'll be for our channel. Hell knows if I ever figure it out. I can maybe, like, make some t-shirts. And we can all go out wearing our little toenail ant t-shirts. Or maybe it'll just be me. Maybe I'll be the only one repping the toenail ant. But, yeah, I think there are places you can get, like, one t-shirt printed. So maybe I do that. Because I'm not a big enough channel for YouTube to give me help in doing t-shirts. But, yeah, I don't know. I'll work on that slowly. Like, the whole memberships thing is going to take a while. Partly because I'm just busy right now, but partly also because I've got to figure out all the different things. Toenail ant cult. Imagine if, like, the feet people turn up. That was one of the things I was a little bit nervous about, is if I post a video saying, like, you know, here's my toenail, am I going to get those weird feet people coming around? Trying to look at my channel for more foot-based content. It's just like, yeah. Well, you know, you can't stop them, right? But no, I think people have been well behaved with the toenail ant thing, because it's not really what people are into normally. Anyway, so that's my background, and I can hide him if he really disturbs you, if I just sit in the middle. And then we have, you know, speckly background. Would they be upset there is no foot attached? Probably. Although I'm sure someone out there is into toenails specifically. That if everything that you can think of, someone is into it. It's just like 6 feet attached. Ah! That's true! Anyway, no, we do. It's an ant. We do need to rebuild the channel's, like, culture, because, you know, back in the day I used to talk about vampires a lot, and I don't remember, like, that's the only one that people really remind me about, so I guess it was pretty prominent. But because I took that massive break, like, only some of you guys from my old audience have come along, and then things have changed, I've changed, although maybe I am a vampire, because, like, do I age? I don't know. I had to go to the chemist to get another round of, like, I used an electronic prescription for the first time. That was an experience, and look, now I'm so pale that it doesn't even recognize me as human and was trying to erase me. Which goes with the vampire thing, I guess. If vampires don't have a reflection, will they show up in a in a video? Maybe. Yeah, where was I going with that? No, I had to go to the chemist, and I had an electronic prescription, and they just, like, they get the QR code and it tells them all the stuff. But he for the first time in I don't know how long, Sparkle, oh god. Anyway, what now? No, the guy at the chemist, the pharmacist, asked my date of birth, which I've never had to give before, and I wonder if it's because I look young. And I think when I go shopping, like right now I'm sort of talking normally, but when I'm in a situation, certain situations like shopping, often. It depends on what kind of shopping. I don't know. I sometimes slip into, you know how like in Japan the girls often speak with like a high-pitched voice and they're very cutesy, and I sort of slip into that sometimes when I'm shopping or when someone's trying to help me with something, or I don't know, even like when I'm doing music and I get off stage and people are like, oh, it was so nice, and I sort of like, I get into this sort of like polite bow mode, and I don't know how I've picked this up. Like, I've lived my whole life in Australia. I only go back to Japan occasionally, and I've still picked up these little Japanese mannerisms and things just by accident. Like, it's not like mum goes around acting like that. I don't know. Like, maybe, I guess when I was little, I spent a bit of time in Japan. I went a few times talking to my grandma over there while she was still alive. But, could that have gotten into me earlier? I don't know. But yeah, the guy asked me my date of birth, and I just thought that was a bit odd because like they'd never asked me. So is it because of the electronic prescription thing, or is it because he was like, there's no way this chick is in her 30s? Because and like the way I dress, I guess, and also being skinny. I think being skinny is one of the things that makes people think I'm young, because like I realize this when I'm looking at like teenagers walking past. Quite often some of them look really skinny, but it's just that they haven't quite grown yet. Maybe, I don't know. That's just, well, yeah, maybe it's just a identity thing. Also, I'm sorry if like my responses are heaps delayed to your comments, because like I can see there's a delay. Hang on, if I do 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's about a 3-second delay. That's not too bad. Anyway, where was I? I just got distracted by that, didn't I? Oh my god. Yeah, maybe it is just a... yeah, well, I mean, I can show you the main thing for a bit. Never mind me. The flashing chair, yeah. I'm sorry. It's the background removal, and I don't think I can change how that is. And I don't think NVIDIA designed this with me in mind. So, yeah, because sometimes they don't even recognize that I have crazy colored hair. You know, they're like, that's not what people's hair looks like. So it's hard to get it to, no, it just disappears. Although if I hold the blue out, that disappears as well. Maybe because they don't recognize that as hair either. Well, then again, my arm is disappearing, so like, who even knows? They don't even recognize my legs. Can you imagine being someone who just tunes into this stream now and they're like, oh my god, what did I just sign into? Every now and then I see someone like jump into the stream and then almost immediately leave because they realize they've come to the wrong place. And it's a bit like, you know, I've been doing all those videos about my phone and people are subscribing and I'm like, I don't know if you guys realize what you're getting into. This is not a tech channel. I don't know how many times I have to say this isn't a tech channel. But hey, we need one of those old Winamp visualizers in the background or on Microsoft Maze. Yeah, I don't know if I can I put a video? I'm just gonna make sure it's a video that, I'll see if I can do the ant video in the background. Oh my god! Where am I? Yeah. And what happens when it gets to the end of the video? Does it just loop? Oh my god. Oh my god. So I guess I could get something in the background. Is it gonna start over once he gives up? Oh, I'm in the way. I'm sorry. I'm in the way. No. Bye, Ant. Oh my god, and it starts again. I think that's heaps distracting though. Wow. Yeah, so theoretically, I could put a visualizer in the background. I just need to get something that loops nicely. Oh my gosh. Do I have anything like that? Probably not. I think it has to be a file too. I'm not sure if there's a way that I can get something to generate I might need a different software to get something to generate. It's like watching some kind of Star Trek Transporter accent. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let me just minimize Facebook. My friend is talking to me, and I know she won't want to come and watch my stream, and that's okay, but yeah. Okay, so yeah. No, maybe if I got a different streaming software. It's actually really easy to set up for streaming. So yeah, maybe if I got some kind of, is it Streamlabs that I sometimes see people using? I don't know. I could investigate some other, whatever instead of OBS. But yeah, no, we'll see. Oh, I'm so distracted because, like, I just wanted to go on a normal rant, like a normal ramble. And then the internet does its thing and it just throws me off because, like, I was just getting into a role, right? And then boom, and then I tried the other stream and then this one's, hey, Hopi. Oh, you can't see her. Oh, you can see a flash as Hope moves. Dear, oh dear. Well, he doesn't want to be in the stream, that's okay. Anyway, so yeah, Toenail Ant. What was I saying? I was saying stuff about how we need to, like, rebuild the channel culture, because I don't remember any in-jokes we might have had back when, and, like, so now we've got a this. Yeah. Oh, Hopi. Who am I talking to? As far as he knows, I'm talking to myself. Which, sometimes I just talk to him, like, I talk to him in normal language, and he sort of knows that like, I'm kind of not talking anything relevant to him. But even when I say a keyword, like ask if he's peckish, but starting with an H. People walking around. Yeah, he's sort of like, or if I ask him if he wants to go for a WALK, he sort of is like, I don't know if you're actually asking me the thing that I want you to ask me, or if you're just bullshitting me because I talk too much. But he tries to listen, whereas the Labrador, I don't think he tries as hard. He's just sort of like, what? Yeah, no, the little one, he's like, huh? What are you saying? Is that a keyword I know? Anyway. Yeah, vampires and stuff. No, I would like to get back into that. It's just I've been so busy. I'm always like, how do I keep being busy? I don't even know. I just like keep coming up with stuff, and now Facebook, I can see the little number, and oh my god, there's more going on. Dude, the bob section of your hair. Should I just turn this off so we can... Yeah, it's like, look at all that regrowth though, and like it's worse at the back, I think, because like the hair's shorter. I don't know. I don't know what you can see there. But yeah, no, actually, I need to make an appointment to get this touched up, and I want to make a few changes, which I talked about in another live stream, I think. But yeah, no, and go a bit shorter on this so I can actually like make it stand up, because I'm just not very good at that. But yeah, no, there's always so much to do, and I just like, can I just calm down for a bit? But no, even though I don't seem to do much with my life, somehow I'm just always busy with like some project or yeah, and then like my work from home job has just been like, ever since the new software, it just, yeah, that's really busy too. It takes a while to get through. Always on the go. Yeah, somehow I just manage to always be bloody busy, and there's always something to do, and I have these like to-do lists that just... Is it working? I feel like I should just give up though. I don't even... What? Is it doing what? No, it's doing a refresh thing. I don't know. Oh, I could see me move. No, it's it's still playing with a massive delay, so maybe it's not working. Or is it working? I don't even know anymore. Da 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 da. I have no idea. What happens if I refresh it? Oh, okay, cool. So you can see stuff. Excellent connection, my bony butt. Like, come on. Okay. Error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Well, that's no good, is it? I don't even know if my comments are being posted in the chat. Ah, I hate this so much. It's like, you know, I'm trying to get on a roll and it's impossible to do when it keeps interrupting. Because, like, my brain's just like, what now? Ugh. Maybe it's the background. No, it's the internet, because, like, my entire internet goes. Shit, yeah. All my internet goes. It's not the BG. And because, like, the background is going through NVIDIA, which is going, it is my graphics card, and then that's going to OBS, and then OBS is going to YouTube. It's going through all these little steps. Although the NVIDIA bit doesn't really take up any time. I can see no lag. Yeah, so no, it's our internet. And you know, NBN, guys, this is the internet we have in Australia. It's amazing. Oh, I don't even know how much is getting out into the wide world, or if it's just like skipping between me doing stuff. Who even knows? So I think this is just not going to work. Yeah, I think this is just not going to work, guys, so maybe we give up for now. But at least we learned some stuff about the things that I can do with streaming. Maybe I'm gonna try and end the stream properly. So I've enabled auto stop. Next time it disconnects, hopefully it'll tell the live stream to just stop. German internet is as crappy as it. No, Australia's down, you know. But yeah, so the next time it cuts off, hang on, am I actually live right now? Okay, I think I am, yeah. The next time it stops, that's the end of this stream and I'm just gonna give up. But yeah, no, that NBN, I mean, the original idea was incredibly expensive, but the next government's idea is just like not great. So, you know, now you have to spend even more money to get it to work, I guess. But hey, but no, how about the suggestion that the government start their own search browser? I was gonna look that up. I only saw the headline, but like, you know, one of the political parties apparently wants the government to start a search engine if Google leaves, and I'm just like, people don't want to even download an app that just tracks who you've been around for health reasons, people are not going to use a search engine run by the government. They don't want the government to know what porn they're looking up. Like, are you kidding? No one wants the government to have that much information. Like, it's not just where you've been, it's what you're looking up. Like, I don't know. It would be shit. Yeah, well, apart from being shit, people wouldn't use it. People don't want to use, like, the most basic COVID app. The federal government's one doesn't know where you've been. It only knows who you've been in the vicinity of for a certain amount of time, and only the health guys can see it. And everyone freaks out about that. But then the state government brings in the QR code thing, which does know where you've been, and people kind of just go with it. That's a little bit odd. I mean, I'm glad that there's not too much paranoia about that, because, like, but, yeah, no, and people are not going to use a search engine run by the government. Are you kidding? But yeah, I don't know if there's more to that headline, because, like, all I've seen is the headline. I'm sure there's, like, well, I hope there's more detail, because if they genuinely think that at a surface level, like, anyway. And I heard they're already talking to Microsoft about Bing. God. But, like, presumably Microsoft would also have to pay the big media companies, so I'm just like, how does this, any alternative search engine would presumably end up in the same problem. So I just don't like the whole thing. The government needs to get out of technology, because they don't seem to get it. And, like, I don't know. I don't know, and I can't really... Yeah, no, they're not the only search engine. But any search engine that takes over and does a similar thing of, linking to the news, presumably they'd also have to go through the same deals made with the media companies. I don't know. Considering how well your internet works, I'm not sure government search engines would find anything. Pretty much. Yeah, just for you guys overseas, the Google might leave Australia. Might. I think that they'd be more likely to just, shut down mentions of the news. Facebook is trying to like stop people sharing news links if that goes through. And I'm sure Google could figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a dumb policy, and, like, it does come across as a bit of a Murdoch sort of thing. Although I watched a video where Rudd was talking about it, and I'll probably get cut off before I get up to anything good, but and he was saying, yeah, this is just a Murdoch supporting thing. But then he was like, and the ABC is too right wing, or getting too right wing, and I was just like, I fucking love that, because the right wing thinks that the ABC is too left wing, and I just love when that stuff happens, because, like, if they're pissing off everyone, in my view, they're doing a good job. That's me as an annoying centrist, if you're pissing off everyone, you must be doing something right, at least in terms of staying as impartial as you can be, or, I don't know, I find that amusing. I do think the ABC leans a little bit left these days. I think because, like, whatever the government is, they will tend to criticize the current government, so of course they lean the opposite way of the government. I think that's just how it is. Like, governments always get annoyed by the ABC. So, if Labour ever gets their act together, then the ABC maybe will lean right. Like, LNP would think it's too left pretty much, regardless of what they do. Because, like, yeah, whoever that is being criticized, they're gonna think, oh, you lean too much that way, like the bias, blah 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 blah. So I just love watching that sort of thing. Although the thing I don't like about the ABC is they have some really terrible comedians, and I just don't, like, maybe it's just not my sense of humor, but there are some that I absolutely just can't watch, and I don't understand the sense of humor. The only good comedy show on the ABC really is Hard Quiz. Probably because he's just, like, taking the piss out of everyone. The Gruen Transfer is okay. And then apart from that, I don't know, I can't watch ABC comedy. It's just, I don't know, they're obviously not appealing to me as an audience, they're appealing to some other audience, but I'm just like, well, we can agree on that, hey? ABC comedy. And like there's this guy who sometimes comes on the 7:30 report, or it's just called 7:30 these days. I think it's usually on a Thursday. He might be taking some time off at the moment, but every now and then they're like, oh, here comes satirist, whatever his name is. And I'm like, if you have to tell people that he's a satirist, he's probably not doing a great job. Like when it was the other two guys, was it Clark and Dorr? You didn't have to call them satirists. They just did their comedy bit and you're like, this is great. But no, they have to get this guy. And every time they announce him as doing a skit, we're just like, change the channel! Because we cannot bear to sit through his garbage. And I don't know. I don't know if they're like trying to appeal to a younger audience or something, like trying to be like Channel 10. But I can't. I bloody can't watch most of the ABC's comedy. I don't know. And like Aussie comedy, there's a lot lacking in Australian comedy in general, I think. Maybe it's the kinds of jokes that people gravitate towards, but I just can't. I don't know. Well, at least some of the stuff on TV. I mean, there are some good Aussie comedians, but yeah, some of the stuff that I see on TV, it feels very forced. Like they're trying to manufacture comedy shows, or they don't have good enough writers. I haven't watched American comedy TV shows in a while, like, you know, like the late night kind of stuff. I haven't watched that in a while, but they had some good writers for some of those shows. I just like bogan humor, is that what you mean? That might be what it is. It might be bogan, and then like there's these exaggerated things. There's one show on the ABC where like they have all these horrible costumes and they overdo everything, and I'm just like, oh my god, really? Like, come on, that's so... I don't know. It's just not my side of comedy, I guess. Yeah, no, I haven't been watching a whole lot of TV really. Like mostly I just watch the news. We have dinner around news time, and so that's just on the TV. I wonder how long this stream is gonna last. Because yeah, once it stops, I'm just giving up. But what are all these notifications my computer's given me? Oh, it's about reconnecting and all that, so I think that's okay, but yeah. Oh, Australian internet. It's super distracting. Like I can't get onto a proper rant, and last week I was like actually like I didn't get to rant properly. Or maybe not rant, just ramble, just get stuff out of my head. Like that's a big part of why I even did YouTube in the first place, is I have things in my head, I need to get them out so I can just make some space for something else. You know, somehow just like getting things out of me helps. And I used to try to write diaries, but for some reason that doesn't work, and I end up ripping them up anyway, and it's only like when I put things out there that they actually feel like they're out of my head properly. So then I do things like YouTube, or I post on Facebook. Facebook, I can control the audience a little bit more so I can get into some different things. Yeah, no, and so like I need stuff to get out of my head. And then when my live streams don't work and I can't get on a proper roll, it just doesn't feel like it's happened enough. Especially because I'm not doing daily vlogs like I used to. Or like twice daily, because back then there was a 10-minute time limit that you could stretch out to just under 11 minutes. But yeah, no, because yeah, I just used to, it's almost like have a thought, make a video. And it was probably a bit more open back then as well, because I didn't have time to, you know, get embarrassed or worry about, you know, people in real life know that I do YouTube now, and sometimes that's a little bit disconcerting, because YouTube is a different thing to just talking to someone in real life. And then there's stuff that like I wouldn't talk about to certain people, but they could see it on my channel and they'd be like, what's this then? Which used to happen. Like I used to be a little bit too honest, and then family who might have stumbled on my videos are like, what's this about then? And I'm like, I think everyone knows I'm a nutcase at this point, but to what extent, Oh my god, I haven't finished my tea. And now it's cold. Thanks a lot, internet. Okay, that's done. Oh my god. Yeah, no, my poor little brain, and like, I kind of need it, I guess, to process what's going on in my head, because it's been so distracting lately, and then having a headache today, and having my brain fog on Friday, and, yeah, actually, that was a really weird sort of experience, because my brain is just like, I can't even, I can only odd. And then, okay, so stream settings, I have set it up to enable auto stop. I have to do everything a little bit differently because I'm using OBS. Needs more cat. I don't have a cat, I am the cat. And I've got a cat hat somewhere, but I've also got a little octopus dude. Yeah, I am the cat. Because I like to be left alone, mostly, and I'll scratch you. And I like boxes. I've added another box to my collection, and I don't even know if I'm pointing in the right spot because I'm looking at the delayed thing. There, maybe? How long is that? Yeah, that box. It's the same kind of box as another box that I've got, but I got another one, so now I have another box, don't I? And there are photos of me sitting in boxes on occasion, but I think that one is a little bit too small, so I don't fit, I don't sit. Anyway, no, it's always sad when you have to tear up a box. Imagine if the connection ends there and that's like the last word I get in. Oh my god, I suppose I should see this so I can actually see what I'm doing. But yeah, no, because I'm using OBS, I'm using this live streaming dashboardy thing, I don't know what you call it, and it can tell me all these stream settings, and like you can add in a delay, although I think because I'm doing it now, I can't change the delay. Closed captions. Oh, I can't turn that on. So there's a lot of things that you can play with. There's a little thing that tells me how many people are watching and when they drop out as well, which tends to be when the stream messes up. OBS is annoying, weird stuff. Yeah, it's not intuitive. Like I've sort of figured out a few things on it, but our big box is going extinct because all the TVs are getting flatter. Oh my gosh. Hello, good morning. My internet is not so good, so next time I lose my connection, this stream is just going to end and we're going to give up. So heads up. If you want to say anything really quickly, like, jump in, because I don't know when this stream is going to end. It could end mid-sentence at any moment. Stream health. Oh, it tells me when I've had issues. So at around 9 o'clock, my stream was healthy. And then I got an error at the same time. Okay, so that's not very helpful. It said, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. And then later, no data. YouTube is not currently receiving data for this stream. If you believe that this is incorrect, ensure that you are sending a stream and that it is configured with the correct stream key. And then shortly after that, stream health is excellent. But, like, do we believe anything? Anything anymore? Because, like, you know, the internet company's like, yeah, it's fixed. And it's not fixed. It keeps dropping out anyway. So, yeah. Hopefully next week we'll get a more solid stream. But I'm going to have to do some work to get the internet companies to, like, pay attention. And actually fix whatever's going on, or, you know, help me figure out if there's something I need to do on my end. But I've tried everything I can think of, and it was working fine until last week. So, and nothing's really changed that I can think of. So yeah, and it's supposed to have that backup to go to, like, the mobile data, but I guess whenever it's been dropping out here, it hasn't really been doing that. I don't know how long it needs to switch over, but then presumably we'd get a text message every time that happens. And like we've only got it for the first time today. They broke it by fixing it. They didn't even fix it in the first place, because it's been dropping out all the time. So they say it's fixed and then it's working for a while, but then it drops out again. They just never fixed the dropouts. I don't even know. So we'll see how we go. And once it looks like it might happen, I'll schedule the stream. But, if that doesn't happen, maybe I just, like, film some crap and set it up as a premiere. And then, hell knows my internet won't work, so you guys can all watch it at 8 o'clock on Wednesday, and I'll be just sitting around going, I can't get into my own premiere. Although I'm sure I have enough money on my phone credit that I could, if I had to. IT creator, don't touch a running system. Yeah, well, it's not really running properly, is it? Like, it was just constantly dropping out, and then they look at it and there's like no change. It's the same kind of thing, just same problems, and we can't figure it out. And it's frustrating, and like Mikey likes to watch trains on YouTube. That's my disabled brother, and so when that doesn't work, he is not a happy camper, is he? And then you have to try and explain to him that the internet's not working, which he doesn't really get. Well, I guess he gets it a little bit. If it's mostly running, it is running. Yeah, well, it's not, because then I can't do a proper live stream, can I? At least I've figured out how I can get back into the live stream, though, and keep things going. And, add a dude into my stream. I understand your frustration. Yeah. Anyway, so it's 9:30, and I just have no momentum in my brain because it just like keeps cutting out. So I guess if no one's gonna throw a topic at me to go on a ramble, should we just finish it up anyway? Like preempt it? No, someone throw a topic at me, otherwise I'm gonna leave. But a topic that's not too exciting, just in case it cuts out anyway. Have a better evening. Did you want questions? Like, we can try. I have a feeling, though, the moment it gets too interesting, the stream will probably cut out. And then, I just sort of, waltz off into the night. How many grapes are in a bloody bunch? I am not making a bunch of grapes into, like, a channel emoji when I do the membership. Well, when I ever get around to doing the membership things. So I'll have a little ant holding a toenail as a sword. What else did we decide? I guess I could make a little one of these, but then this is a tea turtle sort of thing. Not necessarily a me channel thing. Conspiracy theories used to be fun when they were about aliens in the secret tech. And now it's about craziest stuff. What was that recent one? There was that dude in America. I think there was a dude in America who sabotaged, or I could be getting details wrong. I just saw this as a headline, so once again, I could be talking bullshit because I haven't verified it. But there's a guy supposedly in America who destroyed like 500 doses of the vaccine because he doesn't believe in it. And the story goes that he's an anti-vaxxer, but he's also a flat earther. He's a pharmacist who destroyed these vaccines, and he's a flat earther, and he believes that the sky is a dome placed there by the government so that people can't see God. And I don't know if this is a real person who really believes this stuff, but I was like, the sky is a dome placed there by the government so that we can't see God. I fucking can't. Like, is God that much of a wimp that he can't deal with a human-made dome as the sky? I'm just like, I hope it's a bullshit story. I hope there isn't someone who actually believes that, because that's one of the worst ones. And like, you know, when you think about how incompetent governments are, like, everywhere, how would they even pull off something like that? I can't even. Any new music you're really into at the moment? Oh, I haven't really had time to listen to new music. I'm just constantly like, and then I tend to listen to the same old stuff when I do put music on. But I guess it's just the songs that I was learning for that band, who I don't think are ever going to contact me again. I just don't have that feeling. They were the ones getting me to learn Parkway Drive, Slipknot, and Trivium. So I guess I'll make them into covers, but there's a few that I have to tweak. That government must be around a really long time for it to work. Yeah, but if the world is only 6,000 years old, I suppose that's still a long time they'd have to be around, though. I heard something about the vaccine destruction and nutcases trying to stop people accessing it. Oh, yeah, I don't know. And like, if you're anti-vaccine, right? People are just demanding that they vaccinate more people. Okay. Yeah, no, I just think, like, okay, if you don't want the vaccine, fair enough, but like, what do you care whether or not other people have it? I guess maybe they think they're saving the world or something, but it's just like, it's like the whole gay marriage thing. Like, if you don't like gay marriage, just don't have one yourself. I don't know. Hit me with your best shot. Well, I mean, there's all the huffing and puffing about which vaccine is more effective, right? So, you know, best shot. Oh, well, we get to argue about which one's the best now, don't we? But, yeah, no. I'll just take whatever I'm offered. Like, I don't care. And they all do a little bit. At least, like, Australia's very good at vetting them. I worry about the medical systems in some places overseas, like America and good night. Oh, he didn't wave today. And you wouldn't have seen him wave anyway because I've got the bloody ant turned on. By the time I get the offer, they'll be injecting me with the next generation of vaccines. Quite possibly. Oh, what did I miss? Who needs vaccines when you have... Oh, God. Yeah, what was I talking? Australia. Oh, yeah, the UK is really messed up. And I don't know how the UK system works, but I'm just like... And you know that dude died, the 100-year-old dude who raised money for the NHS? And I just, like, I mean, I obviously haven't looked up the details because I'm too lazy to. I kind of don't care at this point. But I kind of wonder, like, can you imagine, or the Aussies in the audience, can you imagine if someone did that fundraising, like, for Medicare? It would be such a weird kind of feeling. Like, I thought isn't the NHS funded by the British government, or is that not the case? I don't really know how it works over there, but just the fact that he needed to fundraise for them makes me feel a bit like, hey, is their system so messed up that they need that fundraising? And the current rate could need to wait until 2024. Oh my gosh. Well, we might need to get extra shots because, you know, as it mutates and it becomes like the flu where you get like one every year, or at least I do. I get a flu shot every year. Some people don't. But hey. Yeah, no, it'd be interesting to see how things change over time. Fortunately in Australia there's not really a rush, because things are relatively good here. Yeah, and so I think some of the politicians here who keep panicking over us not getting supply as soon as we wanted, and the EU shutting down and hoarding stuff and whatever, I'm not worried about that because the EU needs it more than we do, to be real. And at some point we'll start manufacturing our own anyway, so I think most of the money just gets lost in bureaucracy. Is that how the British system works? Because I don't know, like, I just know about the Aussie system. It seems to work reasonably well. We do have a private system alongside the public system, but the public system's pretty good. Like, there's some stuff they can do that the private system just can't. So, like, with my little brother who's disabled, he goes public because the private system just doesn't know how to handle him properly, and the public system's really good with him. Government run in the UK. Yeah. But so, like, to me that just means, like, why would they have a problem with money? I don't know. I don't get it. And the UK, like, they've made so many bad choices. So, and, you know, like, Bojo, oh my god, and he's, I just don't get it. I don't get it, because they're an island. It shouldn't be that hard to, like, have a good quarantine system and all that. Budgets. I can't even. Our Reserve Bank is buying more government bonds, basically, like, creating money out of thin air. Maybe it has shitty funding. That's probably the case. They don't know how to handle their own medical system. Maybe like Victoria. Victoria had some trouble. Like, the New South Wales health system seems alright, but Victoria had some issues. Because the government loves to reduce funding, yeah. Well, that seems to be what happened in Victoria, at least from what I understand. Because they do things differently to New South Wales. So, yeah, no, it's just, I guess, like, I'm just used to a certain way of things being, and so when things aren't like that elsewhere, I'm like, oh, of course, not everywhere would do it the way we do. Seems obvious, but it's just, like, not until you actually see it that you're like, oh yeah, I don't know. We'll see how things go. Australia's doing all right. Like, our handling of health seems okay, but our internet is not so good. So you give and you take, don't you? At least in good parts of the responsibilities. Yeah, I was surprised to know New South Wales you have to pay for an ambulance. Yeah. Probably to stop people from calling them unnecessarily. Good night, I need to get ready for work. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for joining us for this very interrupted stream, thanks to my internet. But yeah, no, New South Wales, the ambulance thing, yeah. I mean, you don't want to call out an ambulance unnecessarily, and I can see people doing that if it's for free. Like, in the way that some people go to emergency rather than going to their GP because they don't want to pay a gap or some shit like that. It's maybe not ideal. I think, do they give you help to pay it off, though, if, like, you know, it's an unexpected expense? I don't know. It's been so long since I've had to call an ambulance. Like, we used to have to call one for Mikey, like, when I was a kid. And so I've got some crazy memories from that, but I never knew anything about the financial side of it. But no, I was talking more about the overall New South Wales health system. I think was in Victoria, it's like more centralised and they've had budget cuts for years. Whereas in New South Wales, they have like more defined health districts, or have I got that backwards? I don't even know. It's like $500. Oh, $500's not too bad. Really. In Kyoto, you pay a levy on your electricity